Hello everyone, I'm TheSylphWind. I've just blown in. And today we're back with more Dragon Age Origins. As promised in our last session, this time we're gonna open up and start talking to Sten. I know, he looks so excited by this prospect. But you know, it's important to know the people you're gonna work with. You know, my Canarian shining armor?
Yes.
Yes. I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Actually, never mind. I guess I don't have any more questions for you.
Very well.
Cool. I want to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
I will. But apparently I won't. Aww.
Then I suggest we move on.
I want to hang out with you. I don't want to leave. He's too cool. Let's go.
As you wish.
But let's go. I mean, let's go talk to the dwarves. Because I don't really know what I'm supposed to do.
It's good to see you, my timely rescuer.
Cool.
Bodon Fennec, at your service once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence.
Oh, I do like the word discount,
good?
though.
Yes?
Have you been following us? Because, yeah, it's kind of creepy.
I can see why you might be suspicious, being a Grey Warden and all. Were I in your shoes, I would feel the same way.
Cool.
Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was serendipity and nothing more.
I don't believe you.
So I'm bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way.
No, I didn't say that.
Regretfully, you're the safest spot on this road, without a doubt.
You know, not a lot of people have that opinion. Myself included. So, what are you selling exactly?
Anything, everything. But all
Cool.
of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. My boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments.
Really?
Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits in the night. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago.
Let me see, Roseboden.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Darn straight. I do like that word. I want to hold on to everything I have. The reality is, I'm never going to use this, or that, or that, or that. I'm never going to use those. Those I actually know I will use later. Okay. Cool. Let's see what you have. Oh, want. Can't afford, but want. Not just because I'm a nerd and I love books, although that is true. You have gifts. Backpack. I can't afford backpack, but want backpack. No. Okay, now these items right here, starting from Grey Warden Hand Puppet, going all the way down to Uncrushable Pigeon. That's actually part of a DLC that was made called, I think it's called Feast and Prank Day. I'm not going to be engaging with them just yet, because I kind of want to wait till we have our full party here for it. But trust me, it is a fun thing we get to play with. Yes. So one day, but not today. Today we have things and stuff to do. Maybe. Like drooling over that wonderful backpack that I can't afford. Meh. Sandal wants to talk to me. Sup?
Hello. The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantment.
I know.
One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant.
Cool.
I had no idea such a thing existed.
Me either. What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform. But my
Really?
boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
So,
Enchantment.
why are they letting him on the
Yeah,
surface?
you
He
have
sounds
it.
way too useful. I don't want chanting done just yet, because the runes. I want better weapons. He doesn't really have any other goods, we just looked at that, so I'm gonna go. Good chat. Quest completed. I don't think Morgan or anyone else has more to say. True. Yeah, we just finished something. Let's read some codexes. Questions. Codex. Creatures. We have 2 new entries. Bear. No beast is more beloved by Derthaman than the bear. Okay. When the world was new, Derthaman gave one secret to each creature to keep. The fox traded their secrets to Andril for wings. Really? Why don't foxes have wings in this world? The hare shouted theirs to the treetops. The bird sold theirs for gold and silver. Why? They don't need money. Only the bears kept Derthaman's gift deep within their dens. They slept the months away, the company of secrets and nothing else. Cool. When Derthaman discovered what had been done with the gifts, he snatched the wings from the foxes. Well, I guess that answers my question. Silenced the voices of the hares and turned the birds into paupers. Dude, that's kind of harsh. The bears he honored for their steadfastness. Transcribed from Dalish Tale, 9-8 Dragon. Normally, it is almost unheard of for bears to attack travelers. They are, in fact, so shy and so inactive during the day that most people never encounter a bear at all. However, should a bear be provoked, they are remarkably dangerous. The normal placid-seeming creatures become enraged and can strike massive blows with their paws, capable of knocking a man off his feet. Cool. And we fought 3 of them. And won, 'cause we're awesome. Mabari dominance. Mabari hounds are descended from pack hunters, and like their ancestors, they are highly influenced by a defined order of dominance. I almost got through that line, sounded cool. Darn it. The primary method of determining that order is by claiming territory through scent marking major landmarks. In other words, peeing on stuff. Cool. Once established, the dominant Mabari gains substantial increase in confidence and stature within his territory, a trait that indirectly benefits the master as well as hound. Cool story, bro. Let's see, what else we got? Items. Yeah, we got nothing there. Magic and religion. We have some new entries. Cool, cool, cool. 68. The Maker. There was no word for heaven or for earth or for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out, the first word, and his word became all that might be. Dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. And from it made his firstborn. And he said to them, In my image I forged you. To you I give dominion over all that exists. By your will may all things be done. And then I have to scroll. Then, in the center of heaven, he called forth a city of towers of gold, streets with music and for cobblestones. How does that work? And banners which flew without wind. In other words, this sounds an awful lot like the ancient elven cities. I speak English good. Hard to believe that's my first language sometimes. There he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. The children of the Maker gathered before his gold throne and sang hymns of praise unending, but their songs were the songs of the cobblestones. They shone with the golden light reflected from the Maker's throne. They held forth the banners that flew on their own. Okay, sounds cool so far. And the voice of Maker shook the Fade, saying, In my image I have wrought my firstborn. You have been given dominion over all that exists. By your will all things are done, yet you do nothing. The realm I have given you is formless, ever-changing. Oh, okay, so this is the Fade and the Demons. Cool. Eddie knew he had wrought amiss. Oh, wah wah. So the Maker turned from his firstborn. See, this is why I say the Maker is mean. And took from the Fade a measure of its living flesh, and placed it apart from spirits, and spoke to it, saying, Here I decree Opposition in all things, for earth, sky, for winter, summer, for darkness, light. And my will alone in balance sundered, and by world given new life. Yeah, he did some stuff. And no longer was it formless, ever-changing, but held fast, immutable. With words for heaven, for earth, for sea and sky, at last did the Maker form the living world. Make men, immutable, as the substance of earth, with souls made of dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. Then the Maker said, to you, my second-born, I grant this gift. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfied. From the fade I crafted you, and to the fade you shall return, each night in dream, that you may always remember me. And then the Maker sealed the gates of the golden city, and there he dwelled, waiting to see his wonders his children would create. Thernoidetes 51-8. And this is what I mean by the Maker's mean. You know, no. Dude, no. The Imperial Chantry. There are those who would tell you that the Chantry is the same everywhere as it is here, that the divine Vario reigns supreme in the eyes of the Maker, and that fact is unquestionable throughout Thedas. Do not believe it. Because, you know, why should people have their own individual interpretation of things when we can just have someone tell us what to think? You know, because that's always ended in good. It doesn't. Anyway, the Codex I'm reading now. The Maker's second commandment, magic must serve man, not rule over him, never held the same meaning within the ancient Tevinter Imperium as it did elsewhere. Well, yeah, it's kind of the magic mecca, you know? The Chantry there interpreted the rule as meaning that mages should never control the minds of other men, and that otherwise their magic should benefit the rulers of men as much as possible. When the clerics at Vinter altered the Chant of Light to reflect the interpretation of the commandment, the divine Vario ordered the clerics to revert to the original chant. Yeah, here's the thing. We don't know that's the original chant. I'm willing to bet this has been changed a lot. Because stories change over time. And yeah, I know too much history for me to sit personally well. They refused, claiming corruption within Vario, as they should, an argument that grew until 487 Towers. The Chantry in Tevinter elected its own legitimate and uncorrupted, air quotes around that one, divine Valhall, who was not only male, boo, it's one thing I actually like about the Chantry, but also happened to be one of the most prominent members of the Tevinter Circle of Magi. This Black Divine, again quotes, was reviled outside of Tevinter, and his existence an offense to the Chantry in Vario. Yeah, see, the Chantry has issues. A lot of issues. This is why I don't kind of trust them. After 4 exalted marches to dislodge these rebels, again quoted, and also, you know, at some point, is an exalted march, or is this just a, you know, certain male anatomy measuring contest that they're having? You know, seriously? Anyway. Codexes. All that the Chantry and Vario accomplished was to cement the separation. While most aspects of the Imperial Chantry's teaching are the same, prohibitions against magic have been weakened, and male priests have become more prevalent. The Circle of Magi today rules Tevinter directly, ever since the Archon Nomaron. Wow, that name must have been hard on the playground. Nomaron, get over here. I say this with my name spelled the way it's spelled and pronounced. Anyway, was elected in 734 Storm, directly from the ranks of the enchanters, self-learned words, to great applause from the public. Yeah, because again, it's predominantly magic. He dispensed with the old rules, forbidding mages from taking part in politics, and within a century, the true rulers within the various imperial houses, the mages, took their place. Although it's weird, here the mages isn't in quotations. I find that weird. Took their places openly within government. The imperial divine is now always drawn from the ranks of the first enchanters, and operates as divine and grand enchanter both. In other words, it's a pretty cushy job. Also, it's probably super stressful. So it's actually probably not that cushy, but it's very prestigious. This is utter heresy to any member of the Chantry outside of Tevinter, a return to the days of the Magisters, which brought blights down upon us, but it exists, and even though we have left the Tevinter Imperium to the mercies of the dread Canary, hey, still it's pretty cool. Still, they have endured. Pfft. Further confrontation between Black Divine and our so-called White Divine, in quotes, is inevitable. Or, you guys could all just go, we're Andrastians, we're gonna be cool. But no, we need to, not be nice. From the Edicts of Black Divine by Father David of Canaris, 811 Blessed. And this is why I don't like the Chantry. The Sacred Ashes of Andraste. Only one person witnessed Mathras' betrayal. Haven't I read this? I'm pretty sure I have read this. Unless this has been added to. Or it's... No, actually this is combined with another entry on a weapon. Never mind. Because I know I read the stuff about Mothroth. Okay, gravely wounded. Havada had made his way to the gates of Minrathos to stop the execution. When he reached it, the terrible deed was already done. Blah, blah, blah. Crushing weakness, long as they remember. The song faded, the vision with it, and Harad was alone. His wounds were healed. With new strength, Harad took up the ashes. Okay, there is some new stuff here. Sorry, I could have sworn I've read this already. Only one person witnessed Mothras' betrayal, Havad of Agius. A childhood friend of Mothra, he accompanied his chief to the meeting with the Tevinters, not realizing what was planned. When he understood that Mothra was giving Andraste over to be executed, Havad, unwilling to draw swords against his friend and liege, placed himself between Andraste and the Tevinter soldiers. The Tevinter struck him down, and Mothra left him for dead. Great friend. Not really. Gravely wounded, Havad made his way to the gates of Minrathos to stop the execution. When he reached it, the terrible deed was already done. The armies on the plains long since dispersed. Havad, cursing his weakness, gathered the earthly remains of Andraste that had been left to the wind and rain and wept. When his fingers touched the pile of ash, his ears filled with a song, and he saw before him a vision of Andraste. Dressed in cloth made of starlight, she knelt at his side, saying, "The Maker shall never forget you so long as I remember." The song faded, and the vision with it, and Havad was alone. But his wounds were healed. With new strength, Havad took up the ashes of Our Lady and bore them back to the lands of the Alamari. And again, this is the Alamari, not an Andrastian, Just saying. Fearing that Mothra's supporters would defile them, Havad took the ashes of Andraste to a secluded place high in the mountains, and there he carved from living rock an urn to hold them. Time passed, and the whereabouts of the urn faded from memory. Perhaps it was the Maker's will that only the most worthy should find his beloved's final resting place. Oh, later on that's going to be very contradictory. Anyway, spoilers. Now we have only the legends, such as that of Chevalier Lothair, who quested to find the urn to save his dying daughter, and either found it in time to cure her, or returned 100 years after her death. The ballads end less than certain on that point. From Thetis, Myths and Legends by Brother Genitivi. Again, that name! We do seem to run to a lot. Culture history? Yes, we do have an entry. Lothering. In ancient times, Lothering was little more than a trading post that served the fortress of Orstagar to the south. Nowadays it is larger, serving Redcliffe and the community of merchants and surface dwarves near Orzammar. Yay! Its location on the North Road gives a strategic value, so control of Lothering has historically been a matter of contention between the southern Banarn and the Southreach Arling. King Galahad himself stepped in and awarded the town to Southreach in the Exalted Age, which has largely ended the feud, or at least the appearance of it. In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genitivi. Again, this man, keep running into him. Yeah, characters I'm going to skip now. Books and songs? Yes. The Blight. Or, The First Blight, Chapter 1. Thetis is a land of fierce diversity, from the assassin prince of Antiva. Oh, princess. Cool. Oh, no, that's cool. All right. Of Antiva to the fated griffins of the Anderfels. But in my travels I have found one tale that unites the people of this land. It is a story of pride and damnation, and although the telling differs, the essence of the tale remains the same. I bet. At the height of its power, the Tevinter Imperium stretched over much of Thetis. uniting the unknown world under the rule of tyrannical magisters. It is said that the old gods whom the magisters worshipped gave them the knowledge of blood magic, and the magisters used this forbidden power to cement their rule. Yeah, that's true. The blood of elven slaves and humans alike ran down Empyrean altars to fuel magister greed. The tales of their excesses. It was horrifying that one could only be grateful that blood magic is prohibited today. Glad, or, maybe we would have made more progress. Just saying. But all that stands tall must eventually fall. Not necessarily. Perhaps they foresaw their ruin, or perhaps their pride knew no bounds. But whatever the reason, the magisters dared to open the magical portal into the Golden City at the heart of the Fade. It seemed like a good idea at the time. They sought to usurp the Maker's throne, long left unattended in the Golden City after the Maker turned his back on his creations. They would storm heaven itself with their powers and become as gods. This is what the Chantry is, in oft-exercised tendency to understate, refers to as the second sin. So was the first sin. Scrolling. According to most versions of the tale, the Magisters did indeed reach the Golden City and walked into the home of the Maker, where no living being before them had dared, or even been able, to tread. But humanity is not meant to walk in heaven. Really? Kind of feels like it's made for us in some sense. The Magisters were wicked with pride and other sins. I mean, we don't know that. That's a big assumption. And their presence tainted the Golden City. What once was a perfect holy citadel became twisted home of darkness and nightmares. The Magisters were expelled back through their gateway and cursed for their treachery. As the Golden City had been tainted, so were the Magisters twisted and transformed into things of darkness. The very first of the Darkspawn, the Golden City, once a shining beacon at the heart of the Fade, became the Black City. A reminder of all men's pride has cost. From Tales Subjection of Thetis by Brother Genitivi, Chantry Scholar. He's a cheery one. Notes? No notes. Spell commissions, don't care about controls. Quest related. Oh, we do have two that are quest related. Let's go ahead and read them. Blackstone Letter of Conscription. Dear friend, you are receiving this letter because you or someone else placed your name on an article of conscription, thereby pledging your life to the Blackstone Irregulars. With war looming on all fronts, the Irregulars must build their numbers. We are forced to call upon those who have sworn their assistance to make good on those oaths. In other words, your SOL, show up. Say farewell to your friends and family. See my earlier statement. While you may return to them, you must prepare them for the possibility that this will be your last day together. Your sacrifice is appreciated. Toron. This letter is marked for the seal of the Blackstone Irregulars. Maleficarum regrets. I won't be back. Let them hunt and dread finding me, but you, Malice, should not live with this life. It would please me if you found a life in the Circle Tower. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from enchanters. Sell them to fund a new path. The cache is in the study area, middle alcove. Goodbye, Belgrus. Wow, that's kind of desperate. And now I feel sad. Aww. It's true. We talked to people, we read some codexes. Anything more to do in camp? Let's go out onto that. Okay, we can't go into. We actually have to leave the camp. We actually have to walk out of here. Ugh, they expect me to do everything. Puppy General, they expect way too much of me, you know? Yes, wag your tail happily, my general, for I will pet you. 'Cause you is a good puppy and you deserve pets. Yes, you is. Yes, good boy. Yes, okay. Shoo. Should we go? I think we should go. Onward! Yes, I will gather my party. Who do I want to bring? Let's bring you.
Indeed.
Let's bring you.
Indeed.
I usually like my parties to have a mage, a rogue, and a warrior. And right now we have two very cool warriors. And a puppy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Actually, I am a rogue, so we'll chill on camp. Puppy, come with. Now, do I want to hang out with a knight in shining armor or a canary in shining armor? That is the question. I'm going to bring Al just because he has a slightly better defense.
Yes.
Alrighty, let's go. Woo! Travel. And the big world map opens up. This is Lothering where we're at. Right in the heart of Ferelden. We could go back to Plymouth's Hut, but why we want to go there? We can go to the Brazilian forests outskirts. We can go to Danarim. We can go to the Frostback Mountains and home, and no, you don't want to go there. Or we could go to Redcliffe. I know everyone who Let's Plays this game has their own order that they like to do events in. My personal first favorite to go to is to the Lake Callanhead docks, so we can get to the Circle Tower, where we can go pick up a very cool NPC. So let us be off. Ink dot, ink dot, ink dot, ink dot, ink dot, ink dot, dot. Tower! Yay! Puppy, do you see stuff? He wags his tail happily. Do you see anything interesting? He found me stuff! Good boy! Letter to someone. Hi, Ever. You found me a codex. You're a good boy. And oddly educated. Yes. Shiny stuff to take.
What do you need?
I need the death root. I wasn't talking to you this time. I mean, I would love to talk to you because you're you. You know. Aw, why aren't you more stuff to take? Hello? Oh, you're a deserter, are you?
Of course.
You guys, chill. I need to go introduce myself. In my fashion. Hi. Stealing success. How you doing? You don't see me here. I'm just chilling. You cool? I'm cool. Hello, shady thug. You have nothing to steal. Well, that's not fun. I'm just, for no reason whatsoever, I'm gonna summon a wolf. Just, for lulz. For the lulz, because that's what I do. Oh, why don't you have stuff to steal? I'm gonna loot these barrels, because I can. And really nothing good. So, let's go say hi to this nice person.
I shall be silent.
You have some kind of problem.
I'm here on behalf of the BlackstoneIrregulars.
Oh? What was this about?
I think you know. I hear you stole supplies from the guild. I'm here to bring you in for desertion. Well, let's do that.
How sad it is to see a Grey Warden manipulated.
Really?
But I have no time to straighten this out for you. Men, let's teach the Grey Warden a lesson about trust.
Really, dude? Really? You're gonna die. Do you not see the people I am traveling with? You're gonna die. And I am gonna find it quite funny. Because you're stupid. Yeah, I don't know why he saw this party and went, I could take him. Morgan, you have magic. Why are you using the stuff I gave you? See? Much better. Doink. Guild supplies and money. Gimme. Quest updated. Good job, team. Glowy stuff! Doink. Yoink. Hey there, you. And you. Mage Collective? What's that?
Of course.
Hello.
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Exactly who I was hoping to meet.
Really?
I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
I can agree to this, yes. How can I help you?
Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land.
You
who need
know,
the
I
assistance
have a
of
question
someone
about how
skillful
you're
and discreet.
dressed. I'm sorry, I don't really care about your dialogue. Are you an arcane warrior? Because you're wearing armor, but you got a mage hat on. And they don't... Well, color-wise, they do complement each other quite well, but... You know, it's not a look I see often. I'll take a look at these requests.
Thank you, my friend.
No problem.
We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on
Cool.
behalf of the collective. Make us smile upon you.
You too. Yeah, I got a codex. Yoink. I will take all the missions. I don't care what the missions are, I'm gonna take them. Yes. Got a lot of new stuff to do. And let's go talk to this Kester guy. Sup?
Why, bless myself. What's a distinguished personage like yourself doing here?
Yeah. I was looking to get across the lake to the tower.
Don't hold your breath. No one's been allowed across the lake for days.
Why not?
I'm the ferryman. Leastwise, I used to be.
Aw.
Poor old Kester. Out of a job.
Aw. Why?
I don't got a clue. They wouldn't tell me.
Aw.
Gregor just came down and said, "Don't you worry, Kester. We got it all under control, we do." Didn't say nothing else. And then
Lie.
he puts Carol in charge of my boat. Lissy. Named for my grandmum, she was.
Oh, well, that's sad. By the way, who's Gregor?
He's Knight Commander of the Templars. up
Good
in the
to
tower.
know.
Good man.
Is something wrong up there at the tower?
I told you, they didn't tell me nothing. And if I know they're mages, I'm better off keeping
Hey!
out of their business. If I had to guess, I'd guess it had to do with magic. But the tower's always got something to do with
Good
magic.
point. Is there no way to get across?
You could try swimming, but I don't recommend it. Nasty things in that lake. I reckon it's all them potions they dump in there.
Yeah.
Gregor's told me to stay here till it blows.
I actually
over.
kind of want to drink the lake water to see what would
Some
happen.
storms don't blow over easy.
I really do. I have to find out what's going on.
Well, you go on ahead. Gregor tells me to stay here, I stay here.
You do
I
that
reckon the
then.
fella knows what he's talking about.
What are your opinions about the circle? Actually, I kind of want to ask what his opinions this guy is too. So you know the Knight Commander Gregor well?
Oh, I can't say that. I'm lucky he's good enough to give me the time of day.
Oh,
The first enchanter's all right.
Cool.
He's polite as can be, but he's always a little distant, if you get my drift. But
Yeah,
Gregor
well-
will stay to talk. I reckon he likes hearing from us common folk, you know?
well,
He's
Gregor.
a man to be respected, that Gregor.
Well, you know, the first enchanter has a lot of stuff to do. Plus, he probably knows it looks suspicious if he talks to the only guy that can get him out of the tower. Legally. What are your opinions on the circle?
I reckon it's good for them mages. Gather them all, learn them some proper magics. I know what they say about mages, but the Maker made them for a purpose.
Agreed.
If you can't trust him, who can you trust?
Well, the stone for one, but we don't have mages. Anyway, you know, I kind of agree with, yes, they should be put in one place. They should learn how to control magic in themselves. But after they have acquired mastership, they should be let go. This holding on to them forever is not a good plan. Well, I can't stay. Good day, Kester.
All right. Keep safe, you hear?
You too. Well, we got some stuff done, don't you think? Okay, let's... Sorry, puppy. I'm sorry, my fan. Actually, we've been going for a bit. We talked to some people, we did some quests, we had a quick little fight scene. You know, I think it's time we just cut the video here, because next time we hopefully go across to that big, spooky, not at all sinister looking tower over there. Yeah, that can only end in good. So we'll be doing that next time. So until then, tack like a tail, kiddo.